Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Star Stable fans, welcome to the finale of Star Stable The Soul Riders. This is the actual series finale. Hello everyone, and welcome to the final episode of my series, Star Stable The Soul Riders, where we discussed a Soul Rider each episode. Alex Cloudmore in the first, Lisa Peterson in the second, Linda Chandler in the third, and Anne Von Blissen in the fourth. It's hard to believe that we've reached the end. Over the past few episodes, we've explained the four legendary Soul Riders who protect Jorvik. Each one has their own story, their own strengths, and their own role in the fight against darkness. Let's take one last look at each of these amazing characters, starting with the first Soul Rider, Alex Cloudmore. Wasting no time at all, this is the recap of Alex Cloudmore. Episode 1, Alex Cloudmore. The recap. In our first episode, we talked about Alex Cloudmore, the brave and fearless Soul Rider. We looked at her adventurous personality, her strong bond with Tin Can, and how she always rushes in to protect her other Soul Riders and friends. Alex reminds us that courage isn't about never being afraid. It's about standing up for what's right, even when things are difficult. And that is basically my summary of Alex Cloudmore, so let's move straight to our next Soul Rider, Lisa Peterson. Episode 2, we discussed Lisa Peterson. Episode 2, Lisa Peterson. So I would just like to say, earlier today I was actually playing the Star Stable storyline quests, and there was this part where Lisa got to ride with us on our horse, and actually, I know I said that Anne Von Blissen was my favorite Soul Rider, but I think it's actually been changed to Lisa. In the second episode, we focused on Lisa Peterson. Lisa showed us that strength isn't only about fighting. Her kindness, compassion, and hope help keep the Soul Riders together through the hardest moments. Alongside Starshine, she proves that friendship and believing in others can change everything. We all know that Lisa had a very hard childhood. And so, coming to Jorvik and being the new girl was not always easy. But that's when she met him. Her soul horse. That's when she met Starshine, and once she met him, her whole life changed, and she started helping the Soul Riders in unforgettable ways. That's a wrap on Lisa Peterson. Let's move on to our next Soul Rider, Linda Chandler. Episode 3, Linda Chandler, the Knowledge Keeper. Next, we explored Linda Chandler, the wise and intelligent Soul Rider. Linda's knowledge of Jorvik's history, ancient magic, and forgotten secrets helps the Soul Riders solve mysteries that nobody else could. She teaches us that knowledge can be just as powerful as magic itself. I know it's going to be crazy to say we are done with Linda's section, but actually we are, because this is just the finale, so I'm not going to be exploring them deeply. I'm just basically summarizing what they did in the story, and so I guess we're done with Linda, so we can move on to our next Soul Rider. But before we do that, I just want to advertise my two new videos which will be coming out. My first one will be coming on July 3rd, which will be, I will be saying the top 10 best breeds and my top 10 favorite breeds in Star Stable. And my second one, where I explain what each Soul Rider did in Starshine Legacy. But with that out of the way, let's move on to our next Soul Rider, Anne Von Blissen. Okay, so Anne, surprisingly, actually, in my script that I wrote the least about her for some reason. So, yeah. Episode 4 was Anne Von Blissen. Finally, we learned about Anne Von Blissen. Anne's journey is one of the most emotional in Star Stable. After everything she experienced in Pandoria, she found the strength to return and fight alongside her friends, the Zoraiders, once again. Her story reminds us that even after the darkest times, there's always hope. My final words for the series. Jorvik, an island known for its beautiful horses. An island known for its magic. The good magic and the dark magic. Some might say it's the island of Edene, the one who started it all. But what many people don't know is that Jorvik is really about the Zoraiders. The sun, circle, moon, and star circle. 4 Zoraiders, 4 powers. Wrapping up, together, Alex, the lightning circle, Lisa, the star circle, Linda, the moon circle, and Anne, the sun circle, each bring something unique to the Zoraiders. Courage for Alex, kindness for Lisa, wisdom for Linda, and determination for Anne. Alone, they are incredible, but together, they are a team capable of protecting Jorvik from the forces of darkness and are the definition of unstoppable. That's one of the reasons why the Zoraiders are such memorable characters. They show us that everyone has different strengths, and that by working together, we can overcome challenges that seem impossible. Thank you. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who actually watched the series. Whether you watched one episode or all 4 or played them as background videos while playing Star Stable, I really appreciate your support. I hope you enjoyed learning more about these amazing characters as such as I enjoyed making these videos. If you're a long-time Star Stable player or someone who's just discovering the story, I hope this series helped you understand and appreciate more about the Zoraiders. And with that, we've reached the end of Star Stable Online, the Zoraiders. And this is actually the end. There will not be another episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next adventure, dropping on July 3rd, 2026. Before we officially head out on our next horse adventure, would you guys want a Dark Rider version of the series? Let me know in the comments. Goodbye everyone. Star out.